Hey everybody, Crystal Kitsune here. And if you're wondering what this game is, most of you may not know. It's a special game. I actually kind of forgot about it for a while, but then I was reminded of it somehow. Don't remember what, but it's called Puzzle Pirates. I was playing this back in like 2005. It kind of is not as popular as it was with some people now. 2005. I just said 2005. It's basically just a game where the characters look kind of like Lego people, like you can see here. I don't know if you can actually see my cursor on here. I don't think you can. But you can customize how your pirate looks, so you can choose male or female, choose a name, hairstyle, color, skin color, and everything like that. But you essentially look like little Lego figure kind of things. But with the customization, you can get kind of funky. And you have to choose a certain name. So I'm going to be female. Now I have two other, you get a max of 3 player characters. I have my main one, which is Ivani. And then I have Luciani. And I had one on this one, but I haven't actually played the third one that much, so it wasn't a big deal to delete it and start a new one. So we'll be starting kind of basically from the start, and I'll show you basically how the game is played. I want lighter skin. I want... that looks too much like my other character. So basically, it's just a group of puzzles that you can do, and I'll show you the different kinds of... things that you can do in this game. If that works. Oh, I needed to pick up a name. Let's do Crystal. No, Crystal. Okay. What's her name? Kit. Crystal Kit. Okay. Okay. Guess I can't. Okay. Crystal Cave. No, I don't want Crystal Cave. Crystal Moon? Crystal Light. That would be like the drink. C? Okay, Crystal C. That works. I probably won't play on that character too much. Once you get into like the beginnings of these kind of things, then you'll see, I can show you my main character. It gives you a tutorial. So you start off on an island. This is the island right here. You see over here that it has got a bunch of different, okay, thank you. Guess you have to go to your home first. You start out with a shack. You can go through this whole tutorial or whatever if you want. Let's see if I can actually get rid of the tutorial. Yeah. Turn off the help, cancel missions. Okay, thank you. I don't want to do any of that. Okay, so if you go into the game new, it will tell you things that you need to do to get you started. There's these tabs here, crew, which will tell you of your friends that you've added to your list, as well as your crew. Essentially, we can't really start one right away, but you can join a crew, and you can join one that has actually real people in it. So you start out with this shack, and as you get more money, see right now I have the first one is gold and the other one is doubloons. Pieces of 8, I should say, and then the doubloons. Pieces of 8 are easier to get because that's the main currency. Doubloons you can either pay for or you can trade them, the pieces of 8 for doubloons. Essentially, like if you go into this game, you'll see that most people call it POE, P-O-E, which is pieces of 8, and dubs, which is doubloons. So that's just in case you happen to come around. House tells you house things like you can put pets and everything. You can get pets. There's like little shop things that you can get pets and things from. But of course, they cost both gold and doubloons to buy. But we won't get into that unless you want to know more about it. Ye tells you about yourself, your name. This would tell you your flag, because a lot of crews are in a flag. So there's like a different different crews under one flag. So that's the crew that you would be in, and this would be your flag, which is the what group your multitude of crews are in. Which means you can also do like events and things like that with the actual flag. There's flag missions and things that you can do with your flag, which brings all the crews that is under that flag into one thing, like flotillas and things like that. No, I haven't played this game for a while, so there might be some new things, there might have been things taken out, but the one main things that you can do is you go to the notice board here, and it will tell you things that are going on in the first news thing. And this is the puzzles board, the different puzzles that you can do. Some puzzles require you to have badges that you can get in the shop, but they only cost pieces of 8 normally. So like these ones that are grayed out, you don't have when you first start, you have to work your way up to certain puzzles. So these ones up here are like the main ones that you can do. Like these 4 ones are like the major ones, and then you got gunning. Some of the other ones, some of them are easier than others. And then, so these are the ship duty puzzles. These are the puzzles that you do. There's bilging, sailing, carpentry, rigging, which I am really good at rigging. Treasure haul, which is only for doing pillages on crews, because you can do pillaging and carpentry and sailing and stuff like that with the Navy, which will help bring your stats up. But there's actually actual crew pillages that you can go on with your crew, and if you're going, using a map and going through the different ocean trails and everything like that, you can treasure haul if you're looking for certain treasures or whatever. Gunning is like the worst one for me. It's a lot of like using directional arrows to make the cannonballs, and you have to put 3 things in a cannonball in a particular order, and you have to maneuver them with arrows and stuff. So I hate that one. Crafting puzzles, you can get a job in this game where you can go to a stall and work at your jobs. So there's blacksmithing, distillery, shipwrightery, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, shipwrightery, alchemy, weaving, which I think is a new one, and foraging. Foraging is actually another thing that you is actually a thing that you have to have a labor badge for. I just clicked on it. You have to have a labor badge for that. If you click on that, you have to have a pirate badge to do these. You have to have a parlor badge to do these. So that's why they're grayed out. Blacksmithing, you have to have a labor badge. So all these ones you have to have a labor badge in order to do. But the main one that is good to start out with is called bilging, and I'll click on that, and it will take me to a ship. These are Navy ships, so all the things on it are bots. There are bots in this game, and a lot of times when you start playing, if you have a crew with real people in it and somebody leaves, a bot will take their place. So it's kind of like so how can I take a bilging station if there's no bilging stations available? Unless they're down there, but I haven't seen an arrow to get down there too. Okay, so I'm gonna cancel that mission, and I'm gonna go back to the island. Oh, there was one right there. I was not paying attention, but I want to go. Oh, I guess it's just to take me back to the same ship. Okay, so if you click on that, you'll go to the bilging station. Now, I don't need okay. Oh, I don't want to have hints. I just want to play the puzzle. Okay, thank you. So this is the puzzle for bilging. There's usually a pump down here which tells you your progress. You basically want to get like 3x3s. See that thing tells you your speed. So you just move these things around, and I'm really sucky at this version or this game. So there's a lot of people that can do this game a whole lot better. I mean, they get lots and lots of clears or whatever. Because there's better ones than others. I mean, it tells you want to make combos, so you want to make like 3x3s, and then there's like 3x3 by 5 or whatever. So if you move one over, if you move, you know, one over and it connects to one behind it, and it makes a clear, then like that's a 3x3. So like that's a 3x3. So like this. You see these two here, and if I clear this one, it'll make a 3x3x3, and this one will be a 3x3x5. So yeah, it's just a matter of knowing what you're doing, and it will tell you each time we make a stop. It will tell you that you have see, these are the leagues right here where the little ship is at. It will tell you how far you got to go. There are some that are like, they'll take you on a long journey, so it could be hours long, and especially if you're like in a flotilla, which is pretty advanced stuff. You have to be good at what you're doing, because other ships are there, bot ships and things, that will attack your ship. And then there's sea monster hunts, which is similar. It's where if you crash or your ship gets sunk because there's too much damage on it, then you lose that ship permanently and you have to start all over again. And you can buy ships in this game, but you have to have an officer's badge, and I think belong to a crew unless they changed it. So you get a deed to a ship. I have a ship on my other character, which is a sloop. Actually, I have two of them. I have a dream ship and I have a sloop. And the dream ship was given to me because of limited edition. You could buy it, but it just was limited for that particular month or event or whatever. So it was gifted to me by someone, and they handed the deed over to me, and it was mine now. You know, mine. So I have two ships. They're both one's a sloop, and the other one's a little bit bigger, dream class. So, but I was an officer or I am an officer in a crew, or probably now just a regular crew member, because I haven't been in this game for a really long time. So they probably demoted me, because in certain crews, you know, you start out as like deckhand or whatever, and then you get invited to the crew, and then you get to be an actual pirate. And then if you prove yourself to be, you know, good at puzzles and be able to work the puzzles efficiently enough, then they'll promote you and everything. So, but this is the building game. I probably won't show too much of the other games because I suck horribly at them. The only other one that I'm good at is rigging, and that one's not too hard, so I'll probably show that one. But this game is free to play. It's not really like a pay to play type of thing, so like you can go to search for Puzzle Pirates and you can find it and download it. You can either play it in the browser, or you can download an actual physical version of it for your desktop. The desktop one, or the browser one, takes Java, so if you need to update your Java for it. But I mean, other than that, it's free to play. I mean, you can buy doubloons and, you know, have more stuff to buy, but there's not really a you have to have money in this game in order to get anywhere, so that's good. So we're coming back up on Sakajima Island. So yeah, I was excellent. So you can go back to death, and then they'll give you work pieces of 8. So now I've got 23 pieces of 8, and you go there and it will take you off back to your island. So also, you see here, you got the notice board, which takes you to the notice, the dock, which is where you take off on. Then you got a bank where you get your you can put money into, Inns, which usually has the card games and things like that. Tailors is where you can get clothing. There's some that are from the islands, and then there's, I think one of these is like a shops by other players, and then there's the actual islands tailor shop, which you can order stuff or just get stuff that's already done. So I think like Interstall here has only one stall, but it tells you you can order stuff. So you got all these different things that you can wear, feathered hats, and you can pick your color, but the color also varies on how much it's going to cost. So if you want it to be lime with peach, it'll cost 3 doubloons. But like I said, you could just trade your doubloons in. If you go to Ironmongers is for weapons, shipyards. No, Ironmongers is for... Oh, that's the blacksmith. The shipyards where you can get weapons and ships. Distilleries for booze. Weaveries, apothecaries, furnitures for furnitures. If you go to the government building, that's where you get your doubloons. You can either purchase doubloons securely. You can also get your badges and stuff, but they cost doubloons. This is where you get all your stuff, but you have to go to the bank in order to get your stuff exchanged, I think. Yeah, so you go to the doubloon exchange. You either buy doubloons, which for one is 3,676 pieces of 8 each, so you have to work quite a lot. But if you do actual crew runs with actual real people, you will get pieces of 8 thousands at a time, depending on how long you stay there, so, and how long their run is. So you can get like anywhere to 1,000 to like 3,000. I think the most I got was like 8,000 or something like that, and that was from like a flotilla. So like the longer that you're in, like if you start right when they're getting people and everything, and they're gonna do a run that's gonna be like an hour long or whatever, and you stay for the whole time, the more pieces of 8 that you get. So there's that. It's a really neat game. I'll go ahead and show you rigging, because that's the only other run that I can do really well is rigging. And I'll do a do a little show off, or not show off, but a little piece of that. I don't need a tutorial. I mean, if you want to play this game and you want a tutorial, then that's fine, because that's just makes it easier for you. So basically what you want to do is you want to drag these pieces to where they'll be taken, and the more pieces that you get taken at a time, the better. So you want to take as many pieces off at the same time as you can. If you miss too many, like if you miss one, then that just lowers your score. So the best thing to do is like kind of plan ahead. Plan ahead as best as you can, so that way you don't have to like scramble to get some taken. So that's 10, and they give you that thing. Don't want to do that. So yeah, since this one's got like 3 of them in it, I'm just gonna go ahead and start planning for the next one, which will give me a whole lot more than I would if I did it the other way. So that's just a simple puzzle. I mean, most of the puzzles are really simple. They're not really super hard to learn. Like I said, you just if you read the tutorial or go through the tutorial that they give you, it will help. There's also a lot of tutorials and stuff online, especially like for bilging and stuff. I watched a few bilging ones that showed me how to do all the big ones, like the donkey and the I forgot what the other ones are called, but there's one that's called donkey that's like a really big one. And I can never do them because you have to set them up, you know, in advance and let them all like fall into one another. I'm not good at planning ahead. So see, I skipped that one because there wasn't anything to take. So, but you don't want to do that for too many of them, because if you do, then these things go away, and then that just hinders your sailing quality. So don't want to do that. But if you want to watch me play some more of this, which I don't mind because I like playing it, I can get onto my actual player account, or the one that I'm using, you know, use a lot, because this is just like a dummy, I guess, for showing you the new stuff, because I wanted to show you the new stuff on a character that wasn't seasoned, because my Ivani has been around for a long time, so she has all of her stats up and everything like that. So I wanted to show what it was like to start fresh and get like tutorials and stuff like that coming up, and showing you that it's not really that hard, and there is help. It will help you. So there's nothing to worry about. It does teach you along the way, and there's really nice people on this game. So if you need help, I mean, you can usually, especially if you get into a crew, don't be afraid to, if you get a good crew, because, I mean, I'm sure there's bad crews out there that don't help, but I've always been in the crew that I've been in since I started the game, and, you know, they've always been nice and helpful, so I've always, you know, asked, you know, questions, and they gave me answers, and, you know, helped me out, so I didn't, you know, wasn't really crappy at the game. And so, like I said, if you want me to play more of this, I don't have any objection to it. I'll just I can keep playing on this account, or this character, not account, but this character. And there's also like different oceans and stuff. I mean, there's some of them that are you actually have to pay to play on or something, I think. But this is a free ocean. I think it's the Viridian Ocean. I'd have to look. But there's different oceans. So you probably, if you get to the wrong ocean, you probably won't find me if you decide to play. But it's a fun little game if you like puzzle games. I mean, just mostly simple puzzles that you can pick up with that most of the time, so not a big deal. I mean, they're not super hard puzzles that you have to like, you know, rack your brain. They're just little, like, Bejeweled or whatever. Most of them are. The carpentry one is more like Tetris, but you have to have a mouse that has a wheel in the middle of it, because that's what spins the pieces around. And right click makes them flip over, I think. So that's all the ones that I can do for now. So missions tell you what the missions you can do. Sword fighting, you can learn how to play sword fighting with a bot. If you have, you can get a sword and everything. Learn to carpet, learn to sail. Sail's a little bit, it's kind of like a mix of Tetris and something else. It's not exactly like Tetris, but it gives you two pieces that you have to fit into colored boxes, so it's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. Voyages. These tell you what's going on. Right now there's not really that much going on because it's kind of late, but you can pick out what you want. So if something pops up, then you can either pillage with the crew, which is basic. Trading with the crew, and you don't have to worry about that. Flotilla attack only happens once in a while when there's a flotilla going on. Jobbing in a blockade, there's blockades. Sea monster hunting, which you also have to have a you have to have a special thing for that, a special badge for that. This tells you events that's going on. Shop jobs, you can, if you get a labor badge, you can work at these different places. It's not like super important. It just gives you money and builds up your stuff for that particular thing. And blockades shows you blockades that are going to be going on. If you look, okay, this is your booty. This tells you what you have. You have a foil and a chart, and this is the map of the world. So it shows you what the world is. These are all the different islands. If you zoom in, these are all the islands. This is where we're at, and these are all the islands that are around this archipelago. But there are more out there that you don't know of because you don't have any maps or anything or charts to them. You don't have any deeds to anything, and you don't have any pets. But I think if you go to your house, you could pick up the rat that's in there. Because I think if you go home, there's usually a rat in there that you pick up. So I don't know. I guess maybe they don't give you a rat anymore? Because I know, like, when you first got in there, there's like a rat in your shack, and you could pick it up and it could be your pet. But I guess they don't do that anymore. That's weird. Oh, well, anyway. But I'll show you my pets and stuff on, my other character next time. If you want to see any more of this, leave a comment below. I'll play more of it. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I'll leave the link to... My hair's all messed up. I'll leave the link to the website so you can, go there and check it out for yourself below. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see when I do more games and other content. Like this video and share it with your friends. That will help me out a lot. And I already said about comments. So I guess that's the end of the video, and I will see everybody in the next video. Bye bye. Beep 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 beep.